it's 30-odd minutes or 25, 30 minutes, not a particularly big problem.
I used to like that. I mean, you know, people are different, but that was my option to have them on early.
And Steve-O, looking at Martinez there, I mean, it's going to be hard to tell in the ring because, as Michael pointed out, Miguel puts on a lot of weight. There might not be that much difference in them. Do you think Miguel will be wanting to see how strong he is? And do you think equally Martinez will be desperate to show he's that much stronger?
Yeah, he will show there's plenty, you know, there's live that these knee injuries aren't going to handicap him tonight. He's been insisting all week that it's not a problem. There was still rumours going around that they weren't right. I think Cotto is going to, you know, he's a great pressure fighter, Cotto, and I think he's going to try and, you know, put that pressure on from the first bell.
We are getting very close over there. And, Michael, what do you make of this situation where Martinez is going to fight in a knee brace? And Freddie Roach said, oh, no, we don't want him in a knee brace. It's a danger. It's a danger to my man Cotto. I think that was just a little bit of theatrics. They are getting very close out there at Madison Square Garden. If you've been with us since 7 o'clock, thank you very much. We've seen 9 fights. We've seen new world champions. We've seen Bramer keep his title. We've seen David Price go 10 rounds. We've seen Andy Lee down on all 3 scorecards pull out a fantastic short right hook to knock out John Jackson. We've seen Josh Lever progress his career. We've seen Bradley Saunders. And now we are watching the final seconds on the big screen live from Madison Square Garden. We've got some Box Nation diehards in there tonight. Freddie Roach has been with Cotto, and as I said earlier, he gets the fighter right physically, and then he does the stuff verbally to back up his man. He's loyal. He's like a dog around his fighters, and his fighters are like bones. A lot of atmosphere. Stevie, you've been in the middle of that pit. You were there when Michael fought there. Michael's been in the middle of it. He's been in the middle of that ring. It's one of those fights, boys, where you wait for it. And no matter how late it is, no matter how long you've waited, you can feel it. It's here now, isn't it?
Every time I've been in there, I've felt it in that arena. I mean, the first time I went there was Bo Jokes was a complete mismatch, and it was still carnage in there that night. Like then, of course, you know, there was your fight in there where you didn't realise it, and I'm sitting there thinking, well, Anarchy in the UK comes blaring out, and I'm thinking, wow. I remember I saw you the next day in Times Square. I don't know if you remember, I was chatting through Times Square the next morning, and I was saying, even then, I don't think you realise it was wild in there. But he had the Irish against him from John Dudley as well.
I did as well.
I was there for Hopkins against Trinidad. And those were vicious fans that night, and Hopkins loved and milked it. Just about 10 days after the 2 planes landed in the Twin Towers, and Don King had allowed in hundreds of firemen and servicemen, and there were tears running down the aisles. Let's have a little pop over there. The lights are down. The lights are down. There's all sorts of stuff happening. Let's just see, in case something grand happens. They've got fantastic Jumbotron screens, which they need for the basketball. The crowd are getting ready. People have their phones. Miguel Cotto getting close, getting ready, looking very pensive. Now, we thought that Cotto was walking in second. That's what we thought, and being introduced first. And Martinez walking in first, but being introduced last. Looks like there could be a shift. Hard to tell from that. If Cotto, is out, he's amongst the crowd, so he's definitely walking in first. Unless, of course, they've stuck Martinez in the ring. It's a bit of an intrigue. You give someone a little peck on the cheek there. He's getting very close. You can sense it, you can smell it, Michael.
Yeah, this is going to be a good fight. It's one we've been waiting for. And like I say, all the telling factors, you just can't pick a winner.
Well, I'm just edging towards Martinez. I'm probably making a mistake. I'm just edging towards him. I came in here tonight. If you'd have asked me at 7 o'clock, I think I would have gone Martinez. There he is, Cotto, heavily tattooed, more so than when he was younger. This should be Sergio Martinez coming to the ring. Won his first world title in 2008. beat Pavlik for the middleweight title in 2010, and Pavlik looked so big against him. A calm man, he's been injured, he's had injuries, serious injuries, still using crutches late last year. Not sure if he'd actually ever fight again, to be perfectly honest with you. He decided he would. He's pulled punches out. You saw one there knocking out Paul Williams when he's had to. I just think he's looked a bit heavy on his feet in his last couple of fights. Lacked that bit of fluidity. Fouled to make it incredibly difficult for his opponents. He's generally hard to hit. Maybe a little bit overconfident against Martin Murray and Darren Gargan. Maybe he felt he didn't have to move that much. There he is, a focused man. If you've been with us since 7 o'clock, thank you so much. You make it a very special place to work, a very special place to be, even at this time, even at 4:35 in the morning. You know what? Let's go over, let's get a bit of music, let's get a bit of light, let's get the team, and let's enjoy this fight. It's Cotto, it's Martinez, it's Box Nation, it's live from the iconic and spiritual home of boxing, Madison Square Garden.
For Miguel Cotto, about 161, his trainer says. So not official weight, but 161 for Cotto, 166 for Sergio.
And you'd expect him to rehydrate. Good information, Christina Pancha. Glad that you were able to get that.
Martinez has gone and come a long way on deadly hooks, good looks, and perseverance beyond the normal, even of other prize fighters who come from nowhere to such great glory. Didn't start fighting until he was 20. As an amateur, turned pro at 26. Basically felt rejected in his home country of Argentina and moved to Spain, then to California. And here he is, in New York City.
From the center of the world for sports and entertainment and the mecca of boxing, Madison Square Garden, New York City, New York. This is the main event of the evening. 12 rounds of boxing for the WBC Middleweight Championship of the World. And it's all brought to you by Mr. Bob Arum's Top Rank Incorporated, Miguel Cotto Promotions, DeBella Entertainment, and Samson Boxing. Sponsored by Tecate Con Carácter and PlayStation. PlayStation 4, greatness awaits. Sanctioned by the New York State Athletic Commission, Chairperson Melvin Olathan, Supervisor David Berlin, and the World Boxing Council, WBC President Mauricio Suleiman, Supervisor Chuck Williams. The three judges scoring from ringside, from Italy, Guido Cavalieri, from California, USA, Max DeLuca, and from New York, USA, Tom Schreck. And inside the ring, in charge of the action at the bell, referee Michael Griffin. And now, the officials are ready, the fighters are ready. Ladies and gentlemen, damas y caballeros, argentinos y boricuas, estamos listos for the thousands in attendance here at Madison Square Garden and the millions watching around the world on HBO pay-per-view. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble! Fighting out of the red corner, with head trainer Freddie Roach, wearing purple, black, and white. Official weight, 155 pounds. His outstanding professional record stands at 38 victories, including 31 knockouts, with 4 defeats. He's the former light welterweight world champion, former two-time welterweight world champion, and former light middleweight champion of the world, de Caguas, Puerto Rico, Miguel Cotto. And fighting out of the blue corner with his head trainer, Pablo Sarmiento, wearing black with red. His professional record, an outstanding one. 51 victories, including 28 KOs, with only 2 defeats and 2 draws. From Quilmes, Buenos Aires, Argentina, the reigning, defending WBC middleweight champion of the world, Sergio Maravilla Martinez.
During his 14-month layoff, Martinez had a personal visit with Pope Francis, the new Pope from Argentina. I asked him if he thought the Pope would be watching tonight, and he said he didn't know, but he's sure he'll get the results somehow. Cotto is one of the Puerto Rican stars of this Puerto Rican weekend in New York. Also here is Jennifer Lopez. So who you got, Colonel, the Pope or J-Lo?
I got to lean towards the Pope. Very early Sunday morning at the Vatican right now, so...
It's a 2-to-1 favorite, you think, right?
That's it.
Who's the one? Me? Think I got J-Lo?
All right, so we're set to go here. The hairs are standing up in the back of my neck, anticipating the WBC middleweight championship of the world. And I'm sure for the fighters, their hearts are pounding. Here we go. Martinez decked out in the primary white trunks, and you see Cotto with all the tattoos with the purple and black trunks, a little bit of white trim on his trunks as well. Martinez is southpaw, jabbing with the right hand. See how he starts here. He's got the long shorts on, so you can't see it too well, but he does have knee braces on both knees. Cotto draws first, goes to the well and lands some leather. All business, both guys, no messing around here whatsoever. Cotto tries to test his right hand upstairs, blocked by Martinez. Again, Martinez has a considerable advantage in reach.
And Martinez was hurt by a left hook.
Yeah.
And he appears to be wobbling.
He is wobbling, Larry. Cotto trying to get in and see if he can finish this thing off early here. He's definitely wobbled by that hook. Another one to the body, and he's down! The champ is down in round 1. It's up to 5 and 6 and 7. So you were right, that hook hurt him more than I thought.
This is exactly what Freddie said. They get on him early and they test his mobility. They test those knees, and he went right at him.
And he hit him again with a left hook.
So Cotto trying to take this guy out early if he possibly can. Freddie said the 4th round. This is round 1 still. How about that? The right hand gets through. Is it the 39 years of age? Is it the 14-month layoff? He got hit again. And he's staggered. He's hurt again. And down he goes for the 2nd time. Remember, there's no 3 knockdown rule. The count is up to a standing 8. He takes the 8 count.
45 seconds left. Can he make it through this round?
With 40 seconds, and down he goes again. That's the 3rd knockdown of the round, but as I said, there's no 3 knockdown rule.
No legs.
He'll get the 8 Again, his legs are totally shot. He's trying to get revived. Down 3 times in the first round. The crowd absolutely loves it. Still 20 seconds to go. He put him down again. Left hook again. Martinez hanging on for all he's got. Inside of 10 seconds to go in the first round. Nobody would have dreamed this. Look at this. He's all really, his legs are just not there. And the bell ends the first round. Martinez won't be able to recover.
A 10-6 round, Colonel, in the first round. I haven't seen a 3 knockdown round like this since Pacquiao fought Marquez the first time, and Marquez did recover. But Marquez wasn't 39 years old, coming off of operations on his knees and hands and shoulders, and 14 months of inactivity.
Oh, there it was. There's that hook that you called, and that started it. And there's the second one he goes down. And again, Christina, you want to point out a couple of occasions, just totally off balance. His legs aren't there.
He's completely flat-footed, even as he's walking out right now.
So here we go to round number 2.
But I'm recalling now how he was hurt badly by Chavez, if you recall, in the 12th round, and he fought back valiantly and gamely.
Now, he'll do all he can do, but has he got that kind of stamina? Has he got that kind of grit left? These are hard shots still being landed by Cotto. And he's still very flat-footed, is Sergio Martinez.
And Cotto is sort of controlling the middle of the ring. Freddie Roach talked a great deal about this fight, about something I've never heard of a trainer talk about ring position.
Ring generalship.
Ring position, being in the right place in the ring where you can deliver the punches you want to deliver.
Don't get the hands caught up in the ropes. Don't have to slide one way or the other. Be in position. And a very good point, and he's got position. Plants himself right in the center of the ring. Lets Martinez do the circling around. This is round 2. Down 3 times in the first round was Sergio Martinez. Well, can Cotto move up to 160? So far, so good. His hands look so much quicker than Sergio right now. Sergio's legs still aren't there. His knees look like almost like an old man walking around.
Really fragile, right, Colonel? His legs look really, really fragile right now.
They really do. And that's causing the flat-footedness, and that causes a lack of balance. And there he goes again. That's not a knockdown, but again, that's weak knees. He tripped over the outstretched leg, but he's weak in the knees. There's no question about that in my mind with a minute to go here in round 2.
This is exactly what Freddie and Gavin McMillan said. They're going to test his mobility early. I don't think anyone would have predicted 3 knockdowns, but they got him on his wheels early, and they got him stumbling. Who knows how long those legs are going to hold up.
Now he still looks, what I would say, very loose in the knees right now. And if Freddie wanted a textbook situation for Miguel, he's got it. Because it is Martinez that is doing all the moving, and Cotto is just kind of just lining himself up for these shots. And they are testing the legs early of Martinez. Hard shot again, partially blocked in the glove by Martinez. Ring generalship is all Cotto as we come to just 10 seconds remaining here in the second round.
The biggest question coming into the fight was answered immediately, wasn't it?
Certainly was, and Cotto wins the second round as well. Miguel Cotto's wife and the son. Five points behind is Martinez. these knockdowns again. That one, again, we called it the slip over the outstretched foot. Now let's see if Martinez looks any better on his legs here in round 3.
Well, he's supposed to be the bigger man, the bigger puncher, and yet he's moving so much, he hasn't been able to try to impose his natural advantage, or the one we thought he had. Another quick left hook by Cotto early on.
This is round 3. You know it's scheduled for 12. Both fighters have predicted knockouts. Now there's Martinez going with the left-hand power shot down the middle, but he didn't quite catch Cotto. He looks to be in a better gear, in a better place right now than he has been at any other time during the course of the fight. Trying to get some quick hand movement off, and he comes in and bumps shoulders with Cotto and ties him up. Michael Griffin lets him punch a little bit while they're tied up, but then separates them. Martinez trying to take advantage of the reach, but coming right through it is Miguel Cotto. Cotto has maybe a thumb that caught him in the eye or something there, as his right eye is blinking. And then 40 seconds to go now in round 3. Martinez landing a little bit more in this round than he has in certainly in the first round and then the second round. Cotto trying to get in position to land something powerful again. Hands down on Martinez, just inviting trouble.
Finally a little bounce in the step for Martinez in this round.
Well, he's having a decent round this round.
Martinez has an unorthodox style, throws punches from unusual angles because he is so athletic. But Cotto has kept him moving, and it's hard to generate anything powerful while you're moving as much as he has been.
Cotto moved in, couldn't land anything in that flurry there.
And Cotto is being respectful of that fact. He's not getting reckless. Relentless, yes. Reckless, no.
But that's vintage Cotto in the early years, relentless. Martinez takes advantage of that long jab of his. Lands a couple on the cheek of Miguel. 20 seconds to go in the round. This is the third round. Cotto had Martinez down 3 times in the first. Won the second round. I think Martinez has outboxed him in this round. Closing seconds down to the bell. And there's the bell to end the third round. I thought Martinez came back and won that round myself. Larry, do you agree with me on that one?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Sir.
Trabajo, sigue haciendo el trabajo. Se te viene encima, lo agarras. Seguir metiéndole el jab. No te quedes con la mano doblada, Sergio. Sergio, doblalo.
Now, Ian, you can't follow him.
All right, cut the ring.
You gotta cut the ring, okay?
All right.
Force him that way. He'll cut back and your left hook. The left hook's didn't work too, okay? All right. So cut the ring off. Force him into the left hook for me, okay?
Freddie's saying, I don't want you to follow him. Force him into a situation where he can get off the left hook.
Seconds out, let's go.
I like Freddie in the corner. He gives 1 or 2 thoughts to his fighter instead of screaming 17 or 18 instructions which they pay no attention to anything. But Cotto has it in his mind what he has to do here now, not to chase this guy around. Just try to cut him off. This is round 4. Colonel Bob Sheridan here, Christina Punch, and of course Larry Merchant for the expert analyst here. Our principal is Miguel Cotto. Maroon-colored trunks with black and white on them. And the silver trunks with black trim, Sergio Martinez. Red, of course, around the middle. Well, he's doing what Freddie said. He's trying to cut the ring off instead of following him around.
That's the only way he's going to get that left hook off that did damage in the first. But that's, I think, why the reason that he scored the last round for Martinez, because he was able to continue to move around and box, and Cotto wasn't able to land as many punches.
I'm wondering now whether they're turning conventional wisdom on its head, which would have been that the advantage early would have been to Martinez, and later to Cotto because of the unknown physical deterioration of Martinez. But here is Cotto.
Heavy blow landed that time. The left hook, and it kind of gets an adrenaline flow because Martinez says, come on, let's go. Well, he does that. He delivers the left hook again, the right hand. Just missed that time with it.
Cotto is just outboxing.
Just outboxing
right now.
Yep.
Beautiful.
Cotto assaults with the left hand again. It shifts Martinez around to his left, but not the kind of power that the ones that landed in the first round.
Martinez does have tremendous power, but it's like if his legs aren't there, which all that power comes from, how effective are those power shots going to be on Miguel Cotto?
Well, that was a question coming in here, and that's what's going to be answered before this is all over. See, he still, to me, looks wobbly in his knees as the front feet get tied up, which is not unusual for a southpaw and a right-handed fighter. Cotto coming in, lands the left hook that time with the body. Cotto almost muscled him that time as Sergio had him tied up. Miguel trying to measure him with that left hook again if he possibly can.
Cotto is the master of the middle of the ring.
He certainly is, and he's the master boxer right now at this point in the fight. Falling short with those left hands, which is the power hand for Martinez. And round 4 is in the books. That's a Cotto round. (39-34), mostly based on that first round, a 10-6 round.
Poner el jab, poner la izquierda sola y doblarlo, Sergio, doblarlo.
You're not watching it right there, and the guy in trouble.
Take a look at the replay here as Miguel tries to go to the body that time. But look at the power and strength that he had when he just muscled him right back that time. While you watch, he just spins him around using his strength. So Martinez is supposedly the stronger guy, and Miguel Cotto's showing some pretty good strength in his own right here. So we get ready to go to round number 5 at Madison Square Garden in New York. Miguel Cotto is out in front in this fight, having knocked Martinez down 3 times, but unable to finish him in the first round. That kind of set the pace for what's going on in 2, 3, and 4, with Martinez winning the 3rd round and Cotto coming back to outbox him in the 4th. This is the early going in round number 5.
What does it say about Martinez that he's not willing to stand in with the smaller guy? Cotto started his professional career after the 2000 Olympics as a junior welterweight, 140 pounds. Martinez has been 154, 160 pounder most of his career. And yet he is the one moving out of the way of Cotto.
Almost as if his fight plan was to box him, use the long reach, and try to land that big left-hand power shot at some stage.
Well, I thought, you know, it was just a year ago that Cotto lost to Austin Trout here, another southpaw, but not this kind of a southpaw, different kind.
That that southpaw also had 2 healthy knees. Healthy legs.
Well, Martinez seems to be pushing his punches a little bit because of his movement. He doesn't have a...
But, you know, Larry, even at his best with powerful, I've seen him knock guys down, and yet that left hand looks very awkward. It looks like, like he pushes it all the time, yet I've seen him knock guys down with that.
Well, you know, it's because he's got this kind of improvisational boxing style and unusual athleticism that he's been able to hit fighters with punches they haven't seen. But Cotto seems very much wired into what the possibilities are here.
I like his composure.
46 seconds to go here in the 5th round. The chant for Cotto goes up. Inside of 20 seconds in the 5th. Martinez continues to reach. Cotto continues to make him miss. And you're right, Larry. Why did he come back out there instead of coming in? Double pumps with the right hand, misses with the left. Cotto lands some solid shots. How you scoring that round, my friend?
I gave it to Cotto.
I give it a Cotto as well, but I'm not 100% convinced I'm right on that round.
Beautiful. All right. You got him enough. Okay, good.
End of the round, Larry, with the body shots.
Once again, Cotto on the attack, standing his ground in the middle of the ring, making it his territory.
All right, so we get ready to go to round number 6. Miguel Cotto, and this is Sergio Martinez, the reigning champion, 2-1 favorite, and he's behind in this fight right now. Miguel up in the toes, bouncing now, as you see. That can be an adrenaline rush that he wants to pick up the pace a little bit. See if he can land that big left hook again, as he did back in the 1st round.
Freddie calling. I'm sorry, Colonel.
Go ahead, go ahead.
Freddie calling for more combinations, more activity from Miguel in this round. Trying to string some more of the punches together.
Well, he's got to work his way in to do that, and he's trying to do exactly that. Martinez ties him up, as you see. All those punches missed. The crowd get kind of excited, but remember, most of the people don't have the same view that you folks that are watching at home have.
Normally we've seen Martinez with his hands down around his waist, sort of taunting, challenging his opponents. But after he caught a couple of those punches in the 1st round, he's got his hands up, trying to defend himself.
Cotto really has that look of determination, trying to land something big here. Now he's on the inside where he wants to be. Lunges with the left hook that time.
And you would think 6 rounds into a fight that we would have seen something from the championette. A significant shot, something that maybe would have rocked Cotto, or something we could say that shot was effective. And I can't recall one.
There hasn't been one, and the other factor is these legs still They don't look great. It looks very, very loose
in a close round, who are you going to give it to? The guy running or the guy standing and trying to catch him?
Well, look at this. The close rounds, Cotto's definitely going to win boxing like this. Down to 20 seconds. That's going to be the case in this round, too. Miguel parries that one off, tries to get the left through there to no avail. Works to the inside, both the left hand and right hand. Started to walk away. He heard the pounding of the hammer, and for some reason he must have thought it was a bell and started to walk away. Almost got caught, but it didn't affect him. Well, for the first half of the fight, it's been Cotto's fight. The 3 knockdowns in the first round, and here we are early in the first in this round here, that he's doing a nice job outboxing Martinez, and thought that Miguel did this most of the round.
No te quedes, Sergio, cuando estás en serio, no te quedes, trabajamos primero. Primero vos, Sergio, primero vos.
This guy's going to have to do something sensational now.
Yeah, he's got a long upward climb to get his way back in here. We have it, what, 1 round for Sergio. Some people looking over social media briefly have it a shutout through Cotto, for Cotto through 6.
Too much water on those pants. Stop putting so much water on.
They're telling Sergio to be first, but can he execute that? That's the big question. Here we go. Second half of the fight. Should it go the distance, that is. This is round 7. Madison Square Garden, New York City. Miguel Cotto with the tattoo. Sergio Martinez, the reigning champ. 2-1 favorite. Down 3 times in the first round. And Cotto won out of the first 6 rounds. He's won 5 of them, plus the 3-point round he had in the first round. So it's a tough hill to climb for Martinez, and he better start right now.
I think he has the idea from his corner that he's way behind, and that he's going to have to, at some point, stand and deliver.
Look at this, knockouts after 6 rounds. Cotto 11 and 7 for Martinez. Martinez extended the left hand that time and got a piece of Cotto flesh. Nice stiff jab that time. Or actually, it was the left hand down the middle, not the jab. His powerful shot. And with a left hand lead, and caught Cotto a couple of times.
Break, no punches, step back.
Cotto at this particular point for the past 15-20 seconds hasn't dominated the boxing. Misses with that wild left hook. Martinez caught him good with that straight left hand down the middle. Glancing blow, that one parried away. Sergio Martinez is trying to force the fight a bit more now.
Buckled his knees with the right hand. That doesn't appear to be seriously hurt. Martinez is off and off balance, and he might get hit and not particularly hurt.
But in general, his knees just don't look terrific to me.
Now he's trying to be himself by lowering his fist, but Cotto is, with his quicker hands, has been making him keep his fists up, not in his normal punching position.
Notice it's Martinez in the center of the ring now, and Cotto moving around on the outside, trying to get Martinez to move and try to catch him off balance.
It's kind of a shame his knees aren't holding up, because you know after the fight, Colonel, that will be, well, he wasn't at 100%, and that was evident from the beginning.
Larry, I saw you gave that round to Cotto. I gave it to Martinez.
I gave it to Cotto. It's apparent that Martinez now knows he has to attack, and We'll see if he can win the second half of this fight.
I gave Martinez the 3rd round, and I gave him that 7th round, but that doesn't get him in the fight.
Be smart. You dictate the fight, right? Dictate the fight in control. Stay in control. Right. Keep backing him up. He can't do nothing.
Hey, referee!
Tell me what.
This is slippery in the middle.
It's really slippery in the middle, Cotto saying he was trying to get the attention of the referee to let him know.
Too much water on those shorts, Russ.
They're soaking Sergio's shorts, and he's dripping as he comes out of the corner. It's creating a lot of water on the ring.
Yeah, well, the problem is that when the water drips out of the shorts of Martinez, it goes on that Tecate logo and the other logo that's right above the Tecate name, and
You can see it.
the water stays right there, and it is very slippery. And that can cause problems not only for Cotto, but for the knees of Sergio Martinez as well. Trying to revive the older guy by pouring the water down his trunks.
The sure sign that things are not going their way.
I've even seen him put ice down the trunks like that, and then the guy's out in the middle of the ring and the cubes are dropping on, just asking for somebody to get hurt. Not the case tonight. Martinez misses with his shots, trying to move as best he can.
Trying to square up a little bit now to deliver something harder.
Freddie just told Cotto, stay in command. You're in command, stay there. Left hand lead again by Martinez was successful on one occasion in the last round that I can recall. Is the jab now finding a home, missed with a big shot. Cotto caught him with a nice straight right hand of his own. At least it bounced the head back. Body shot back upstairs with a left hook. That was a glancing left hook. That one not planted like the ones back in the 1st round. Heads must have come together because Martinez indicating.
Cotto says no, that was a punch.
But with the shorter guy in the southpaw and the right-handed fighter, I would expect more of the heads clashing. It hasn't been a problem to this point in the fight. Cotto staying outside, loads up the left, which doesn't quite catch him.
That right knee of Sergio Martinez, he keeps trying to flex it out when he gets a chance, kind of kick it out, shake it out, but it's definitely no power, no stability there, and it's just a shame to see. Right there, gave out on him again.
Slipped again. And that's a case again, 3rd or 4th time in the fight where balance has been a problem for him. Straight right hand landed by Cotto. Again, Martinez was busy enough, but Cotto won the round, in my opinion. Not a lot done, but enough to win the round.
Towel, I need a towel. No mind it. I need a towel. I need a towel. Sergio, estamos bien. Estamos bien, Sergio.
Replays from the 8th round. Cotto lands the heavier blow there. That's one of the better shots of the round. And we'll show you the slip. See again, off balance, and the knee kind of buckles underneath again. But Cotto in the 8th round, more successful landing heavier blows. I got him up in front 78-71. With 4 rounds to go. Miguel Cotto, who started a house of fire in the 1st round, knocking Sergio Martinez down 3 times. Set it up.
Sergio comes out like he's, all right, I know I got to make something happen. Cotto hits him upside the head. and takes immediate control back.
Left hook, a glancing blow that time. Martinez, you know, Christina, a couple rounds ago, or maybe 3 rounds ago, you mentioned I haven't seen anything really land flush by Martinez, and nothing is
Another
happened.
right hand, and that landed square on Martinez.
It's one of the best solid punches that Cotto has landed going back to the early stages of this fight. And I think it had an effect on Martinez because he just got hit with an uppercut. His Cotto now senses that he might have him hurt. Sergio hangs on. The hands are starting to slide down just a bit. Let's see if Cotto can capitalize on 2 solid shots that he's landed.
Oh, there's another left, right.
Landed that right hand down the middle. That's the one you want to land on the southpaw. Beautiful low blow by Martinez there. But Cotto's landed some heavy shots. That left hook caught him. And he may have him again. His legs look really loose in the knees again in a load of time. A minute and a half. The crowd senses Cotto is in total command right here. And let's see if he is. He lands another big left hook. Cotto patient enough. He's not going crazy here. Just trying to line this guy up with some solid shots. Martinez, who, as Larry said, came out with the malice of forethought and hasn't been able to deliver. There's that awkward right hand that he throws, and it was countered by a right hand by Martinez, by Cotto. Nice straight right hand again, and that brought Martinez down to his heels. Martinez now is fighting on instinct.
And Cotto is fighting really smart.
Very smart.
He's not giving him a chance to land one of those punches that come from who knows where. He's defending himself. He's being on the attack when he sees the opportunity and defending himself between those opportunities.
And he should get credit. I mean, I know.
Oh, straight left hand. Buckle the knees. He's going to call that a knockdown. He said the knee hit the canvas, so he's going to call it a knockdown. It's up to taking the standing 8 count anyway. They got the 6, 7, and 8. Now, we'll have the advantage of seeing did that knee, but the referee saw that knee touch, and that takes him totally out of the fight.
I don't think it touched.
Yeah, I don't think it touched either, but we will see in the replay. The referee thought it touched, and if he thought it touched, let's see. He caught him with a flush shot. Let's see if the knee does touch. Bang. No.
Nope.
It doesn't. Referee, for some reason, thought that knee touched, but it doesn't make any difference. It's still scored because nobody, in terms of the judges, has the advantage of what we have, and that's the replay. To be 100% sure. I questioned in the beginning, but there's no question now. That's another 10-8 round. Take another look at it.
And to your point, you mentioned Cotto doing everything right. And if this fight ends up going the distance and Cotto wins this decision, hopefully he gets credit for that. And it's not just, well, you didn't face Sergio at 100%.
Well, you know, it's going to be a part of the narrative.
Absolutely.
Older, injured fighter. He can't come out. The fight is over. We have a new middleweight champion.
Miguel Cotto has done it after 9 rounds. The former champion cannot continue, and Miguel Cotto is the new WBC middleweight champion of the world.
What a performance by Miguel Cotto. Whatever the condition of Martinez, who has been a valiant fighter throughout his career, he was older, he was damaged goods, but Cotto got him in the first round before anybody could see the evidence of that. And went on from there to win something which I'm sure will be a famous victory for him, no matter what happens in the rest of his career.
Or no matter what is said about the aging champion. A lot of great fighters over the years beat aging champions. Larry Holmes with the Muhammad Ali. Mike Tyson with Larry Holmes.
You know the old saying, good big man can beat a good smaller man, but a good older man couldn't beat a great
Younger.
smaller man tonight. Cotto was as good as he has ever been under the circumstances.
Absolutely. He came, he saw, and he conquered. And all of this from the first round, causing these knockdowns, and that one that wasn't ruled a knockdown. So a tremendous victory. Christina, did you see over in the corner what the conversation was when they stopped the fight? I didn't notice over there. Or maybe, Larry, did you notice anything that was going on in the corner just prior to them stopping the fight? Did you notice anything?
Well, other than maybe obviously his knee's just not giving it a go anymore. He has a cut on his right eye, on the right eyelid. That was dripping blood. I don't know if that was an issue. I didn't hear what they said. I just saw him wave the hands. But
maybe the guys in the corners just figured, look at, he's so far behind, he can't outbox this guy.
Yeah.
At this stage of his career.
He would have to knock him out, and maybe to avoid more damage, they wanted to stop the fight.
I'm sorry, I'm a little bit old school. I think you fight to the end.
I do too. Here's Michael Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, here at Madison Square Garden, New York, USA, this fight comes to an end. The official time from the timekeeper at ringside is 6 seconds into round number 10. Martinez unable to continue. The winner by TKO victory. And now, the new WBC middleweight champion of the world, Caracas, Puerto Rico, Miguel Cotto.
So Michael Buffer confirming what our eyes had witnessed for the previous 9 rounds. It was a masterclass, a controlled masterclass, and no doubt there'll be plenty out there saying, oh, I knew Martinez was shot. Well, nobody thought he was that shot, and I don't think anybody thought it would be really, essentially, Michael, even though you picked Miguel in 8 rounds, I don't think you thought it would be a walkover like that.
No, it was a complete shutout. I didn't expect that at all. I thought there'd be some really, really tough fight, rounds in there, but Cotto boxed beautifully. Like you said, it was a masterclass, and he did what he had to do. He boxed well.
So, Stevie, what came first in the first round? Martinez's legs going or being hit on the head with a left hook?
Well, he was hit before the first knockdown. He was hurt by a left hook, and that just didn't help anything. The legs were just gone, weren't they?
Yeah.
The injuries we spoke about before, he was carrying him into the ring, and he done well to stand up for that for 9 rounds and even win a round in the third round.
Yeah, that sort of third and fourth.
You can't take nothing away from Martinez. He's had a fantastic 53-54 fight career. So
we said at the end of the third round, when he staged that sort of bit of a comeback to either take the round or share the round, I think we all agreed that win or lose, we'd never see him fight again. It was so obvious, so clear that there was no movement in his legs whatsoever. And we don't get the benefit of seeing him train. It's always nice to see a fighter train. I didn't think he would lack that much mobility. But I was also impressed by how controlled Cotto was, Michael.
Yeah, I was impressed by how controlled Cotto was. I thought Cotto could have had him out of there in the first round, but he just eased back into it. He didn't put the foot on the gas, and I think if he had done, I think he would have had him out of there in the first round. But it was a controlled display of boxing, and I thought it was really good boxing tonight, really good.
Even in the 8th round, when he was hurting him with virtually every shot, and eventually he took that standing count that shouldn't have been a standing out. Even then, he wasn't up, and he knew he was in complete control, and he was happy to go to 12 rounds and win it, the virtual shutout if he had to.
Yeah.
It was, it was a defining fight for him. Puerto Rico's first 4-weight world champion. That's a boxing man island, and what that must mean to people there is we can only imagine here.
We can only imagine. So we've seen the end, we think, of Sergio Martinez. If you were lucky enough to see him fight in England and also in Northern Ireland, then you're lucky. We can go out to the ring at Madison Square Garden, where my old pal Max has managed to grab hold of as usual, unhappy-looking, I don't know why, Miguel Cotto.
What does this win mean to you?
The biggest achievement I ever had in my career.
And to do this in front of 18,000 fans at Madison Square Garden, what does that mean?
You know, being here, Miguel Cotto became Miguel Cotto here, and Miguel Cotto still being Miguel Cotto here at Madison Square Garden.
We were saying ringside that this is the best we've ever seen you look. How do you feel about this performance?
I felt very good. I told you in our meeting that we had the most beautiful and the most outrageous camp ever in my career. I have to thank Freddie, Gavin, and all of my group to take me to this point.
You came right out and immediately hurt him and outboxed him. You were quicker, you were first. What was the strategy going in? Did you plan to jump on him?
No, that was just a moment. I hit him with a hard punch, and I just go for him.
After he rose from the first knockdown, it appeared that he was having a problem with the knee. Did you recognize that?
No, I just maintained myself in the fight and kept fighting.
Miguel, at this moment, you are now the lineal middleweight champion of the world. And look like at least a match for anyone middleweight or below. What do you want to do next?
I want to rest. I want to enjoy my family for a couple of weeks and then sit and talk to Freddie. Whatever Freddie wants me to do, I'm allowed to do it.
Congratulations on a performance none of us will ever forget, Miguel.
Thank you.
Sergio, what happened at the beginning of that fight?
No, me llevé una mano en frío y no me pude recuperar. Quiero pedirle perdón a todos los argentinos que vinieron, a todos los que me alentaron. Les quiero pedir perdón porque subí a dejarme todo, pero no me pude quedar con el triunfo. Les pido perdón a todos y gracias por alentar a todos, a los puertorriqueños y a los argentinos también.
You know, I got hit with a hand and I was cold, and I never recouped after that. But I tried to do my best, and I want to thank everyone that came out. I want to ask forgiveness for all the Argentines, and I want to thank all the Puerto Ricans and the Argentines and everyone that came out.
I can hear you not wanting to make any excuses. And you fought with the championship heart we're used to seeing with you. It didn't look like your knee was bothering you to start the fight, but when you rose from the first knockdown, it looked that way, and in the corner, you were talking about it. Tell me about the state of your knee after the first knockdown.
No, hay que saber ganar, hay que saber perder. Y hoy me tocó perder y no tengo más palabras que eso de felicitaciones para Miguel Cotto.
You know, you got to know how to win, and you got to know when to lose. And I've got nothing else to say, and you know, my congratulations to Miguel Cotto.
The decision in the corner to stop the fight, it appeared you were taking punishment and had a hard time moving. Can you take us through that moment for you in the corner?
Mi entrenador ve mejor las cosas que yo desde afuera y él si tomó la decisión, la respeto y bueno, pues la respeto perfectamente porque él sabe de afuera, sabe mucho más que yo.
My trainer sees things from the outside, and he sees them much clearer than I do. And obviously, I respect his decision because he sees things much better than I do on the inside.
Finally, and a lot of respect for you not making any excuses, did his punching power surprise you coming up to middleweight? You having fought so many big, strong middleweights in your career and seemed more badly hurt in this fight than we've ever seen you.
No, me tomó frío, me tomó muy bien, pleno al principio, y de eso muy difícil recuperarse.
You know, he just caught me cold. He caught me cold. He caught me hard at the beginning, and it was very difficult to recuperate from that.
Pablo, quickly, what was that like for you to have to tell a champion like Sergio Martinez that you were stopping this fight?
Más que mi boxeador es mi amigo, es mi hermano, y yo sabía que las rodillas 3 asaltos atrás ya no estaban respondiendo y yo no podía dejar que recibiera castigo.
More than a boxer, he's my brother, he's my friend, and I knew that his knees were not there. They weren't strong from 3 rounds before. They just weren't responding.
Thank you, guys. Jim?
All right, thank you.
Yeah, we figured that he just wasn't responding. There was nothing that Pablo could say to him in the corner. It wasn't working. Concussive from the start, the very opening round, one of the very early punches. And that was it. Once he'd landed that first left hook, it's all downhill from there, Michael, isn't it, for him? It doesn't go from that first shot. Once he goes over, the leg's gone.
Yeah, he just seemed in complete control all the way through the fight. When he switched it on, and he was catching him with every shot he threw, really.
He forces him down. There's a nasty abrasion.
That first knockdown, you said at the time, it was face first, wasn't it?
Yeah, and he moved once. That's the second knockdown. But by that stage, it's more a case of, that's a sort of half shot on the temple, then he falls over. That's a knockdown.
Yeah.
I think the suggestion was the ref didn't rule that a knockdown, that third in the first round. But you get hit with a shot and you're off balance, you go over, it's a knockdown.
Yeah, definitely.
Looking at people on Twitter saying it's a masterclass. He'll retire. Just quickly, Stevie, because we've got to get going because it's quite late. Where next for Cotto?
He'll just look around for what the money fights is. He hasn't got a lot of fights left in him himself. The possible fight you've got to look at down the line is Saul Alvarez. Mexican-Puerto Rican rivalry stoked up again. And now we've got the Golden Boy top-ranked Cold War. It can be made. And, of course, he has worked with Golden Boy before.
Yes,
so
indeed.
That's the fight down the line, provided Alvarez beats Lara.
Steve-O, thanks very much indeed. Mike, you've been a bit of a part-timer tonight. Steve and I have done a full 10-hour shift. You've only done about a 4-hour shift, but it's okay. When you watch something like that, the fact that you shared a ring with a guy that's now won a world title at 4 weights, the first Puerto Rican to do so, and might go on to super fights, it must make you feel good.
Yeah, obviously I wanted Cotto to win because he beat me, so it's not as embarrassing now to get beat by someone like that anyway.
Listen, I can tell you now, Michael, it wasn't embarrassing from the start. Steve-O, fantastic, great shift, brilliant shift from the lad Lillis. And look how good he looks. You saw the press-up evidence. The boy was doing it proper. Michael, thank you for being here. And thank you, brother Dave, for sitting over there in tandem with you throughout the show. It's been an absolute pleasure having you on the show. It's been a pleasure having you watching. What a night it's been. We've had 10 hours, 10 fights. We've had knockdowns, we've had shocks, we've had spills, we've had world titles changing hands in dramatic fashion. We've seen some thrills, we've seen some spills, and you've been there throughout the whole way. Thanks for all of your tweets. Thanks for your dedication. Thanks for your stamina. Thanks for your advice. Well, not all of it, but thanks for most of it. Because some of it's rather rude, but that's the way it works. You know what? It seems that we only just started this year. Recently, we didn't. It's June already. We've had a great 6 months. The next 6 months, you know what? It's going to be better. See you Friday.